James Gunn and Peter Safran have made some sweeping changes to the DC movie landscape. Starting with Wonder Woman 3, the director of the past two Wonder Woman movies, Patty Jenkins, has moved on from the project, which seemed to be a mutual decision. They didn't end on nasty terms, but in the discussion, Patty did send a Wikipedia definition of character arc when they denied her script. If that is actually true, that is some nasty work. Breaking news, this is just in. James Gunn has informed the masses that he and Peter Safran have finished the DC slate that they will present early next year. But in the meantime, Mr. Gunn has given us an update on the current state of Superman. Superman will officially not be played by Henry Cavill anymore.
Shit whack.
James Gunn is currently writing a script about a younger Superman, but made it clear it will not be an origin story. He is also still looking for a director, and from the looks of it with the announcement, this does look like this is going to be the first installment in their new slate. In surprising news, Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams' Black Superman film is still in active development, which is weird because James Gunn literally just announced he's writing a Superman film. It most likely will be separate from the new DC slate, but still very odd when I thought DC was trying to streamline their movies.
Why?
But WB is probably trying to get something out of J.J. Abrams after signing him to a $250 million deal that ends in 2024, and he's still yet to produce anything for the company in the first 4 years. Mr. Abrams should be on the heist of the decade watch. With the new plans for DC, it looks like Shazam, Blue Beetle, The Flash, and Aquaman will be somewhat of a swan song for the previous DCEU.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I hope people will be reasonable when seeing things like Blue Beetle and really liking it. But I think we all know the internet by now. If they don't see a clear future in something they liked, they riot. Things like that make me miss standalone movies and universes, but it is what it is. Also, Jason Momoa doesn't seem to be sad about Aquaman's fate because it is highly rumored and basically confirmed at this point he'll be playing Lobo in the new DC slate. After all these sweeping changes, DC fans seem to be most heartbroken about the canceled Batman Beyond movie that would have starred Michael Keaton as an old Bruce Wayne, and Terry McGinnis would take up the mantle of the Dark Knight. Although I would understand why people would be mad about this cancellation because they love Batman Beyond, but I think people forget this wouldn't have been the futuristic Batman they're used to when we see Batman Beyond. It would have been a Batman Beyond set in present day, so no Neo Gotham. I just personally think it wouldn't work that well. Although James Gunn is starting a new DCU and rebooting everything, getting rid of all the old actors, or most of them, he is not forgetting about them. They still want to work with Henry Cavill in some capacity, and Ben Affleck has been in talks with DC to direct a movie. There is no set movie as of now, there is no set deal as of now, but they're still looking to work with these previous actors and producers and maybe directors. Let's not hope for that one, but no, some other ones, they're cool. It was announced that the Batman will stay in a separate universe and not be incorporated into James Gunn's new DC slate. This means that they either have two Batman again, or there won't be a Batman in Gunn's universe until 2028, because that is when we would expect the end of Matt Reeves' trilogy. A lot of fans would say that they are happy Rob Pattinson gets his own Batman trilogy not connected to a universe and that will protect his story, but I call bull. In the 90s, the animated series is totally artistically and narratively different from Superman the animated series, but they were still able to cross over and is still looked upon as the best Batman Superman movie ever. Another example is when you first watched Iron Man in 2008, did you expect to see the same character fight alongside a talking raccoon, a teenage tree, and Pepper, for some reason, against an 8-foot tall purple giant with stones on a glove? With all the new and welcome changes to the DCU that James Gunn will be making, it got me thinking, how many B tier and C tier heroes will he explore? Not just in a movie alongside an A tier character, but in their own movie or show. I mean, we all know it's coming. Gunn loves himself some lesser known heroes and villains. I don't have any issues with how he handles them. His track record is astonishing. He really knows how to make you care for an outcast. My top picks are Plastic Man, Firestorm, and Booster Gold. He really screams James Gunn to me for some reason, and for the memes, Kite Man. I think James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DCU will work because James Gunn knows how Marvel works. He knows Kevin Feige and his team are the visionaries, the producers. James Gunn has been on record saying he loves when a director directs. James Gunn's DCU will be planned just like the MCU, but I think James Gunn will be hands off creatively. Once the production begins, he'll be on to the next because he believes in the directors he hires. Another thing that will differ from Marvel is their transparency. James Gunn is super active on social media, whereas Kevin Feige, it's a ghost town over there. With these small differences, DC has a chance to come back better than ever. Thanks for watching, and please tell me what you're most excited about for the new DCU. And yes, it's the DCU because James Gunn has said multiple times. But anyway, have a great day.